Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to yet another Starcraft English commentary. This is gonna be a private video released early for those who support me. There are 3 ways for you to support me. They're mentioned in the video description. Either you can buy me one-time coffee, cappuccino, espresso, etc. Or you can patronize me, or you can become one of the subscribers on a YouTube subscription, monthly subscription plans. Anyways, take a look at that video description. You're gonna be seeing the videos that have no ads. This public video will have ads, but if you're one of the supporters, you will see videos without any ads at all. So anyways, take a look at that, and if you have some kind of mercy to spare, please subscribe. Excuse me, not subscribe. Please support me in using the methods mentioned in the video description. Let's take a look at this game. This is a guaranteed to be epic game. I haven't watched this game, but I know it's gonna be epic. It is gonna be none other than Mini, one of the highest ELO rated player in the month of February 2024. He's gonna be facing up against Hero, so it's gonna be PvZ with Mini spawning in the red color at the bottom left corner of the screen, and his opponent, what's his name here? Hero is gonna be in the blue color at the top left, and both the players are gonna be seeing each other right away. The map is retro 4-player map, very standard for these guys, and you can see this map on the bottom side banner. I put it here for your information. Yeah, this is a 4-player map with some mineral in the middle of the map that rarely gets mined out, but sometimes we get to that scenario. So let's see. We've seen one crazy game thing between Mini and Queen on this map, where Mini lost after getting in the same number of bases as Queen, but he didn't get the base in the center, and that was something that really cost him in the late game as game versus the fighters. Anyways, let's hope for some amazing series here. Of course, we are always dying for good games. I mean, if you are loving this game, just like me, you probably have loved it like 15-20 years ago. Very old. You possibly have children, grandchildren now, you possibly have jobs, you probably have a company, you have a lot of stocks invested, you probably have 3 or 4 houses. Congratulations, you're almost into retirement. That's also great. I know I'm almost into retirement. I'm gonna be looking forward to watching Starcraft every day, and I just hope there's no like release of Starcraft 3 or some like BS like that, because that's gonna be killing this game furthermore. This game is already so dead, but I don't want it to be, you know, further dead. Anyways, dead or alive, it is gonna be Mini versus Hero, and Mini is gonna be trying to get inside the 12 o'clock position, but he's not able to do so. The probe is gonna be running around the Zealot. The first Zealot from Mini coming out. Mind you, this is gonna be one pylon, one gateway opening from our friend Mini. He has hidden one Zealot in the 10 o'clock position. He's gonna be hiding another Zealot, so 2 Zealot in the front. In the main though, is gonna be facing 3 Zerglings. Is he gonna go for the attack? Looks like Mini's gonna be going to for the attack. He's gonna be using 2 Zealots and 1 probe to attack this other side of the map. He's gonna be losing the pylon. The pylon is very close to dying here, but the Zealot just pops at the right minute, and we're gonna be seeing a very nice attack here from our friend Mini. He's gonna be careful because that pylon is burning hard, but a lot of Zerglings are coming out to meet and greet the Zealots here. The Zealots and the probe are gonna be better hiding in the corner. Do we have a forge coming up? Yeah, that's gonna be a forge coming up, so it's gonna be very likely for Hero to go for 3 hatch hydras, because he can easily take out that forge. If you look at the positioning of that forge is going to be in front of the cannon, so there's not going to be any cannons that will cover that forge. So that's going to be the name of the game. Yeah, exactly, 3 hatch hydras. I mean, very standard, very boring for the Zerg player nowadays, but I'm sure our Protoss Prince here, Mini's got something prepared, you know, to go against this build. Let's look at that for a second, but for now, it's going to be 2 Zealots hiding behind a Minotaur. He comes out, he's gonna be checking, okay, do you have any drones? Do you have any Zerglings? Because he doesn't want you know, his enemy to have too many drones and very few Zerglings. We're gonna be seeing another hatchery comes down. Maybe there's not gonna be another hatchery comes down. We need to see some cannons coming up at Mini's expansion. Looks like just only 2 drones on gas here. This is possibly a standard, you know, kind of reaction, and how you can play this kind of 3 hatch hydras correctly, which is you don't need that many gas. You need to kind of have a lot of minerals in the early stage. It's going to be, you know, transitioning into hydras. Anyways, yeah, Mini is going to be completely in the dark. He's not yet built a cannon. He's waiting, and he sees a hydralis, so the game is going to be completely open now. The Zealots going to be running for their lives. They're gonna try to take out as many units as possible, but this Zealot is buying so much time. 1 Zealot dead, the other Zealot is still in the back, and now everything's gonna get destroyed. But of course, that's gonna give Mini ample time to set his cannon up. I think we have some kind of a run by though. Is that a Mini's expansion? Looks like we're not seeing that just yet. But I think 3 or 4 Zerglings get inside. Is that going to be consequential? Okay, at least he see that as a Stargate, because sometimes Protoss nowadays play no Stargate, which is very ballsy. Very nice for Mini to take out one of the Zerling, the other Zerling is still alive. The probe's gonna run for its life. A lot of Zerlings gonna be coming out though, but I think there's enough blockage in the front. Yeah, a lot of Zealots blocking this area, so it's gonna be just fine. I think one probe and one Zerling there died there, so very fair trade for both of the players. Gonna be seeing a lot of cannons coming up. Let's take a look at the overlords on this map, because when the Corsair comes out, we will need to find where the overlords are. So one overlord is at a 6 o'clock positioned. The other overlords are all at home, so it's gonna be very difficult to me need to find one. He can find the one at the 6 o'clock position if he moves out with his Corsair, but let's see if he's gonna try to do that. Looks like the Hydralisk is just around 2 Hydralisks down, so it looks like this is a kind of an early reveal of the Hydralisk from our friend Hero, but he's not following up with any more Hydra. He's gonna be pumping a lot of drone. Yeah, this is very interesting build here from Hero, so he kind of fakes himself and makes the opponent think that he's going to be going for a lot of Hydras. Of course, Mini's going to be very careful until the first Corsair comes out, so he might build 3 or 4 cannons total, and then he might, you know, just wait for the Corsair to reveal what's up. But for the time being, he's going to push the Hydralisk back. The Forge is allowed to upgrade, so this is a very interesting kind of game plan, because sometimes the Protoss player knows that with the Hydra bus you cannot finish upgrading the Forge, so he actually doesn't even upgrade it at all. But this is going to be a fatal mistake in this particular game, because it looks like Hero is going to allow his opponent to upgrade the Forge in exchange for a lot of hatcheries and a lot of drones. So Hero is macroing up like a fiend. Let's see what Mini's got. The Mini's only produced a single Corsair. This is a good reaction, because you need to know if his opponent has gone for Lair and Spire. If there's no Lair and fast Spire, he doesn't need to make more Corsairs. So for the time, he's gonna make just a single Corsair just to scout. Alright, this is gonna be a mistake to try to attack that Overlord. You need to keep the Corsair alive as much as possible. He knows exactly how many cannons he needs to make. For the timing, he knows that only 2 cannons is sufficient. For the timing, a second gateway is going to be coming out. What is that? A Robo? It's a very interesting build. We don't see that kind of build. This might be a Dark Templar drop Robo, but we need to see Seed of Adul. We don't see that just yet. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing the Corsair just running around looking for things to kill. The other Overlord is all the way at the bottom right of the screen. We're seeing the Templar Archive now with 2 gateway and a Robo. We're going to be seeing a direct transition into Dark Templar drop here. There's going to be very few defenses inside of Hero's main. There's going to be a lot of Zealots coming out to just apply a little bit of pressure and divert Hero's attention away from his main here. Zerlings have speed. Very nice this Corsair to find the Overlord and take it out. This is a very critical you know, victory for our main friend here, Mini. For the time being, we're going to be seeing he's going to be having more forces to attack or not, and we're going to be looking forward for that Dark Templar drop, which is going to be coming out for just a second. Our Zealot have +1, no, they have +1, but do have speed, so it'll be very fast and moving around. Looks like the Templar Archive just completes. We're going to be looking for 2 Dark Templar to get it loaded into the Shadow. For the time, it looks like the Zealot's going to be buying a lot of time in the expansion. Looks like a lot of Hydralisks are coming out from Heroes, so Heroes got plenty of defenses. He's not going to be, you know, completely you know, squashed to pieces with these Zealots. He's going to be able to have some time, but this is all diversion tactics. We're seeing some units moving towards the 9 o'clock position. Okay, this is going to be an expansion. At the same time, he goes for a drop, and he goes for the frontal attack. So this is a 3-pronged attack by Mini. He's attacking in the front with the Zealot. He's expanding and making some cannons. At the 9th position, he's going to be dropping some Dark Templar in the Shadow. So this is the macro king at his best, and he's so good at these kind of builds. A lot of Zealots are going to be on high ground here and attacking. Some Zealots going to be surrounding the Hydralisk on high ground, while the other Zealots are going to be attacking the Hydralisk on the low ground. This is a diversion tactic only, as the Shadow is already en route here. Let's take a look at the 9 o'clock position. We have a Shadow. The Shadow's possibly got 2 Dark Templars. And for the time, it looks like Mini's going to be buying a lot of time in this base, just destroying Hydralisk. Okay, Overlord with speed just completes at the last minute, so Hero knows what's up. He knows exactly that his enemy's got something crazy, and Mini's got a slip mouse there. He forgot to unload the Dark Templar. Now he unloads 3 Dark Templar, but his enemy is completely prepared. This is a fail drop from Mini. He's going to turn around. He doesn't turn around. He loses 1 Dark Templar already, but he's going to be losing more. I'm not so sure, but he killed only 1 Hydra in return, but he keeps his Shadow, so that's going to be a good small victory for him. But for the time, the game is going to go on for a little bit more. We're at 9-minute mark and 25th second of the game. We have another Shadow comes out. What's inside the Shadow? I'm not so sure. He's waiting for something. Looks like the Overlord discovers the presence of a new base here, but that's, you know, gonna be something that Hero will need to trade. Either he stays home with his Hydras and protect his base, or he goes out for the frontal attack, and that shadow might be a bait from Mini though. It possibly doesn't have anything inside, and if that is the case, that's a very genius move for Mini, because this spawning position is very smart for Protoss to go for drops, because he can directly access the Zerg's main base without having to go to the front door. Anyways, these three Zealots are going to be buying a lot of time. It just maybe it's going to be better for Mini to hide them all the way in the corner and just drive all these Hydrators back. It's going to be better if Mini can snipe the probe though, but it's going to be very difficult to snipe the probe. The probe is completely hidden behind these Hydrators. The Zealot's going to be running around looking for that probe, but he doesn't find anything, and so finally at last the Zealot with the +1 upgrade is going to get destroyed. The drone builds a hatchery at the bottom side of the map, and we're going to be seeing a lot of hatcheries coming up, but Mini's got 3 bases, so Mini's looking very healthy in terms of economy. He's going to go for a shadow with what, I'm not so sure exactly. He's looking for kind of a diversion or like a detour. He doesn't find the kind of opening, the shadow's pushed back. The shadow's almost dead, but not quite. And both of the players are going to be gearing up for the third for the third base for Mini, and for the 4th base for Hero. He looks like Queen's Nest is about 80% done. We're going to be looking into Defiler Mount at some point, and the game is going to transition nicely into a very macro-oriented late game situation. Looks like a lot of Hydras going to be coming out. Both the players are not yet engaging any major army. Mini especially is going to stay at home. Just by the fact that he keeps the shadow alive means that the Zerg player will need to stay home as well and keep a lot of bases, keep a lot of Hydras protecting the bases. Looks like some small Zerg movement in the middle of the map here. Looking forward to the bottom right corner of the map, because we might have some bases in that area, but looks like Mini is not yet prepared to go to that area to make any kind of expansion. For now, he prefers to just stay home. And yeah, where's the major army of Mini? That's gonna be the question I have in my mind, because Mini has been, just mining a lot and not attacking, so he possibly have a lot of High Templar save up, getting ready for the next attack. Looks like Dragoons is there. We have a Dark Templar getting chased and running for its life, and the Hydras are running with the legs between their tails. Looks like we're gonna have a Lurker drop at some point. We have an Observer maybe in the middle of the map, or maybe that's gonna be a Dark Templar. Yeah, finally Mini comes out for third base. Mini's playing a very ballsy game here. He keeps only 2 cannons in the front. He's also made some cannons in the main, because he's going to be fearing a kind of a switch to Mutinous, but there is no switch to Mutinous. Looks like Mini's going to be going for an expansion here. Mini is looking very strong here. Look, he likes to play these kind of macro-oriented games. Yeah, and for the last 5 minutes, we don't see any of the players attacking. Both the players just defending and waiting for the other guys to attack. Looks like we might have a Zerg drop at some point here. Mini's got a lot of units set up everywhere. He needs to transition into Dragoons. I think a lot of Dragoons we need to get set up here. Looks like the Zerg's going to be coming up for major attack. Do we have a 5th base for Heroes? That's going to be the question. Looks like a lot of Lurkers joining up with Hydras in the center of the map. Does Mini have what it takes to really fend these units up? He's got 1 High Templars. He's got a lot of forces on the high ground as well, and finding Mini's going to be joining up the forces together. And Heroes start to attack. Mini's going to be able to storm these units, these incoming units, but it's going to be okay for the time. It's going to be, I think it's going to be better for Mini to kind of evacuate his Zealots at his 3rd expansion at the 9th top. Yeah, he doesn't need these units anymore. Just go out and group them with the other units and just wait for your bases to get set up. So it looks like Mini successfully set up his 4th base, and Hero's going to successfully set up his 5th base. I think at this point it's going to be better for Mini to build a robotic support base, because he knows his enemies has invested into Hive and possibly Defiler Mount already. So we need to get ready for the later. We're going to have some major battles. It looks like Mini's going to be moving forward with small forces. The Lurkers is in position. We don't have a storm. That storm is dying, but that is a beautiful split of Hydras by our friend Hero. He split it perfectly, not losing anything at all, but now he loses a couple of Hydras, and the game is going to stabilize a little bit. It looks like Mini won the first engagement of the game. He's going to transfer probes to the 6 o'clock position. A lot of Zerglings are movement. I see movements around the map here. He might try to assault the 9 o'clock position. Looks like we just have a couple of Zealots, and High Templars do have the Templar upgrades energy for the This is going to be the questions. Each High Templar can cast 3 storms if you had that upgrade. Anyways, we might see a major battle right here in the middle of the map. Looks like a lot of blue and red converging together. That's right, red versus blue. Starcraft version. Have you seen that? I don't know, that animatrix or that manga or that comic which is called Red versus Blue? Check it out on YouTube. It's basically a guy who made like a movie based on the game Counter-Strike or something like that, or Halo. Yeah, Halo, that's right, not Counter-Strike, excuse me, Halo. He uses Halo graphics to make like an actual movie. Very good stuff and very funny. So Red versus Blue is the name of that series, or of that manga, or that anime or whatever. Anyways, both the players are looking very macro oriented. Looks like the 6th base coming up for Hero, and the map is split like we've seen that other split map situation between Effort and Shadow. I think the map is polypoid possibly. Zerg can still win, man. So if you allow the Zerg player to grow like a fiend, the Zerg player can still win. So as a Protoss player, it's not only important that you take the same number of bases as a Zerg player, but you need to actually win battles and text out units, and you need to trade well, because once the Zerg transition into Defilers, the trade becomes unfavorable for Protons, because Dark Swarm and Plague is just so strong. So by then, you need to have a healthy amount of High Templars and Archons possibly, and you need to have Reavers. Yeah, you need to have Reavers at some point, but yeah, for the time it looks like a lot of strong armies and big armies from both the players, +2 weapons and +1 armor done on the Protoss army. And on the Zerg army, what do we have here? I think we're going to be seeing that momentarily, but the first Dark Swarm of the game has been casted in the middle area. It looks like Zerg Hero, our friend here, is going to try to take the bottom right as well, or at least prevent Mini to take in the bottom right. So we have a Dark Templar attacking random unit, and the 3 o'clock position might get assaulted at some point, but that Templar is going to have to run away and go and hide somewhere else. Looks like we have double Shadow, so Mini is going to play the game like what's his face here, Snow style. He's gonna go with a lot of Shadow, but just a random Overlord overlooking the 8 o'clock position, sees the presence of the triple Shadow here. Looks like Zealots get caught in position. This is gonna be beautiful storm from Mini. We're gonna be seeing a drop now. While Mini attacks the front, he goes in, he finds an opening. We have 5 Hydras are in position. Looks like they are in position, and one of the Shadow get dropped. But now we're going to be seeing some storms on the drone line. That's going to be a very nice storm. He's going to pick up the High Templars and go and hide. Check out the Defiler Mount. The Defiler Mount and the Queen's is going to get destroyed. Very smart build, but the Defiler Mount is not focused upon. It looks like Heroes scrambling to get back in position. Looks like Defiler Mount is gone. If the spawning pool is destroyed as well, it's going to be doing a lot of good victory. But it looks like the spawning pool is not yet destroyed, and this Dark Templar is going to be running to expansion. Is it going to be able to net some kills? It's got 0 kills just now, but now I think that Templar is going to be, you know, way overstaying its overextending its stay, and the Defiler Mount has been created, it's been destroyed. So that was a kind of a half-hearted attack, but I think overall Mini did some damage. He destroyed the Defiler Mount. That's going to be able to slow down the production of Defilers, but of course the upgrades I think have been completed already. At least some of the upgrades, maybe not all. Anyways, a drop on the 3 o'clock position. We have already some units in position. Two Hydralists and a couple of Zerglings in the back, but Storm the other unit. This is going to be a beautiful Storm attacking so many units, as well as the drone line. And the Shadow's going to be running away. We have some Archon in the area. And this is going to be wasting it. I looked at Hero's strong army. This army is so freaking crazy. I feel for Mini, man. He's going to be facing a very Sauron-like Zerg attack in the next 2 or 3 minutes. If he's not careful, he's got a lot of force in the back. We have another Shadow that's going to be doing Storm Drop. Mini is all over the place. He is so good. That is a beautiful freaking goddamn Storm. Destroying easily like 6 drones and 6 Hydralists. And he does even more Storms, destroying everything. And these drones are going to be running away. But that's not going to be not as necessary anymore, because all of the Hydralists have been, all of the HDs have been morphing into Archons. Yeah. Anyways, what do we have here? We might have a Ultralisk Scaven at some point. There's a lot of cracks with +2 weapons and +2 armor. The Archon is still alive. It's gonna finally die out. And Mini will need to hold on. He need to kind of fasten his seatbelt, because it's gonna get rocky here. The Zerg Swarm, the Wraith of the Swarm, the Wrath of the Storm is gonna get felt in just a second. We have a major battle in the middle. A lot of Zealots going to be attacking and creating a diversion tactic at a 3 o'clock position. If Mini can take out this base while he, you know, storm the incoming units from the high ground, it's going to be hilarious. That is a beautiful storm. He's going to might do one more storm. This is the signature of Mini to storm from the high ground. The hatchery is going to get destroyed, but we have a single Sunken is able to save maybe this area. But yeah, this hatchery is going to get destroyed, and one more storm drops. Mini's incessant storm drop is buying him a lot of time. And once again, storming the assimilator is not the right move here, but at least it's got the right idea. The hatchery's been destroyed, and Mini's going to try to assault the front. He's using his APM advantage to the maximum, man, because you know Mini is one of the highest APM player. I mean, he's one of the highest Protoss APM player, you know, in line with Bisu. Of course, he's not matched for a Zerg player like Effort, but we shall see. Anyways, we have another major attack. These 4 Zealots going to be doing a lot of damage in the back line of the minerals here. He might try to snipe the hatchery. No, he doesn't. It's not gonna do that. Looks like Shadow Blitz is gonna try something else. What does he try here in the main? We have just a Queen's Net that's been damaged from before. There's no drone though, so that's gonna be the problem here for Hero. Looks like Mini doesn't let his enemy breathe for just a second. He comes in now. He's gonna need to find an angle to drop stuff. He drops a very nice group of units, Zealot and Archon, and he attacks the front. He knows that his enemy is gonna have to come back home. It's gonna be time for him to attack the front. Looks like the Hive is getting focused upon. The Hive is almost destroyed, storming that groups of units. That's a beautiful storm, destroying so many Cracklings, and Archon's gonna eat up the Zerglings like crazy. More beautiful storm. It's gonna be time for these Zerglings to kind of back up. But yeah, I think what do we have here? We're gonna be having the spawning pool getting destroyed in the back. That's a nice move. The spawning pool is gonna get taken out. More stormings. Dark Storm is not, really effective at this point because it's storming everywhere. Oh my god, the spawning pool is not yet destroyed. We have like random scourges running around. The game is still going on. It's still 6 bases. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases for our Zerg player and 4 bases for Mini, but Mini's gonna be running out of minerals if he doesn't find another base. So very nice play on all of those brand new Dragoons, and the quadruple shuttle are still here, so the drop might not stop. It's gonna be time for Mini to think about Reavers, I think. At some point, he cannot just survive on these random, ragtag units, and yeah, he's gonna try to set up another base at the bottom right of the map. Looks like we have our lurkers coming on. The Archon's gonna be trying to buy some time and bait these units onto the high ground where they're gonna be eating a lot of cannon shot. Yeah, and the main base of Hero is being completely wiped out. But look at the blue. Look at the blue goo on the entire map, and it's just so many blue stuff everywhere. And Mini, I mean, he's fighting very well, but unless he can take out the main base of the Zerg player, he's gonna get just boxing over and over again. So he's gonna try to create another small group of cannon on the bottom right of the map. Those cannons might get destroyed. It looks like quadruple shuttle comes in and he's gonna be drop everything. He might lose out of the shuttle, but he doesn't care because the Archon's gonna be doing so much damage. Go for the spawning pool. He's gonna try to go for the spawning pool to try to take out the Queen's Nest, which is a nice idea. He drops in once again. The Queen's Nest is destroyed. The Spire might get destroyed. We're gonna have a storm drop in the expansion. Mini's everywhere. Mini's gonna attack also the bottom right of the map. He's gonna try to regain that area, but he's gonna be dropping something, I think, at the 12 o'clock position. He's got, okay, there's a lot of drones here and no Sunkens or no Spore, and the drones are running for their lives already. We're gonna be having a storm on something. There's nothing here. It's gonna even continue to go further and just baiting these Zerg units all the way inside the main here, where he clears out this bottom right and he's gonna be trying to buy some time, and the drones are running for their lives. He's gonna looking for another angle. He's gonna destroy the, okay, he's looking for that. Okay, he tries to take out this, the scourges with the storm, but it's not successful. Anyways, looks like Heroes finally clear out the main of his main here. We need to have some storms. He storms once, he stormed twice. His units are out of position though. What is going to be the response here for our friend Reavers? Reavers arriving at just last minute, and we have a single lurker in the back. The lurker gets destroyed. We have one more lurker in the front though, and all of the lurkers destroyed. And looks like Hero's gonna be losing his expansion. His 6th base here, and the 3 kilometers, another Nexus goes up. So if this game continues like this, it's gonna be Hero who's gonna be losing a lot of mineral income here. He needs to go for the counter attack somewhere. Does Mini go for drops? Like Mini's not gonna go for drop anymore, and Hero's taking the bait. Hero's keeping a lot of units inside his main now. That's completely unnecessary at this point. You need to send everything out and go for the frontal attack, but for the timing, looks like he's just gonna keep stuff in the main. We might have a small squadron of Zerglings attacking this area, but this Archon is eating up a lot of Zerglings. Very nice for this Archon with +3 weapon, +2 shield, and +1 armor. Very strong upgrades on the Protoss army. This base is being destroyed. We have a single Overlord that's gonna be able to check out the situation at the bottom right of the map. Does it have some lurker drops? I don't think so. Mini can start to transfer probes there now. He's gonna try to keep this base alive. This base has been mined for a long time, so even if he loses it, he's gonna be feeling just fine. But a lot of blue stuff is converging. Look at how much army Hero has. Hero has a lot of army, but if Mini can kind of wither it out, he's gonna be able to have a chance to win. But yeah, it looks like both players, we need to move armies, in unexpected way. That's gonna be the critical issue here. We might have drops though from our Zerg player. Finally, probes gonna get transferred. We have a frontal attack in the front. That's not advisable for Hero. He needs to drop, not go for the frontal attack here, because Mini's ground army is very strong, highly upgraded Protoss army. He needs to go for drops. He needs to think about drops. Yeah, otherwise he's gonna be just eating up a lot of storms if we attack head on like this. Looks like the bottom right corner of the map has been set up with some probes. We are gonna be having another shuttle with high temperatures and storm. Where the Scourges, look at the Scourges are not positioned. This base doesn't have any drone just yet, so Mini shuttle is not gonna have any attack, but he's gonna try to attack once again. He drops something. No, he doesn't. He goes right past it. He goes for the 2 o'clock position. We have only a few drones there, but the drone's gonna be running and getting destroyed. That is a nice storm, destroying so many drones, and he's gonna be storming himself. He drops his Zealot to buy some time. He picks up both of the high temperatures. He's gonna try to go inside the main. Hero is being pulled by the tail, just like a dog here, like a little dog that's being pulled by the tail by the master of that dog. Some more small storms destroying some drones. Where the Scourges, looks like we don't have the Spire. That's right, I think the Spire was destroyed in the previous attack, so Hero doesn't have any kind of anti-air. A lot of drones get morphed here, so the game is gonna go on for some time. But Hero is on the same number of bases as his friend, or not really friend, enemy, rather Mini. One more storm drop and the 12 o'clock position, and so many drones get wiped out. This is a crazy strategy. And look at how many drones does our friend here have. Very few drones. But if he can do a major attack somewhere, he might be able to do some damage. Where's the next place that he's gonna attack? This Archon is allowed to even do damage. And third place looks like Heroes decided to attack. He's done some Zealots in position to attack. We don't have Reavers. We have more Storm Drops. Oh my god, that is such a beautiful Storm Drop. Destroying everything. So many drones losing their life. Do we have one more Storm in the back? No, we don't. But maybe it's not necessary. We have oh my god, Evolution Jammer getting destroyed as well. We have another Zerg attack at the 9 o'clock position. That base has been mined out for some time, so Mini won't mind losing it at all. But looks like we still need to save it a little bit more, I think, instead of losing all of the probes. Yeah, the Archon is just like completely a sore in the eye here. A cough in the throat for Heroes gonna finally take it out with some Zerglings, but look at how much that Archon buys time. Looks like the Spire is being reproduced at 25th minute mark of the game, and finally a major Zerg attack on the 9 o'clock base, but the probe is gonna get evacuated. Yeah, looks like Mini won't mind losing this. They need to transfer the probes now before the attack is over. Looks like he doesn't transfer the probes. Does Mini care? Mini says, I don't care. I give you this base. Okay, looks like High Templars come out from the low ground. He's gonna need to cast a storm. He doesn't cast a storm. He's attacking the front though. For the time being, he's just gonna attack, and he tried to take out the 3 o'clock position. He tried to trade base. If he can take out the 3 o'clock and in exchange lose the 9 o'clock, he won't mind. He won't mind at all. Where's the Observer? Finally, the Observer gets here, and Mini's gonna retreat. He needs to storm the incoming Zerg unit. He does just that, destroying some Zerglings, some Cracklings rather. That is nice. And destroying some lurkers in the back as well. Looks like the 9 o'clock base has been completely wiped out. But how many mineral patches remain? Very few. And Mini loses all of the probes in that base. He doesn't care. He doesn't really worry that much. We have double Reavers get picked up at the last minute. Very nice. And this Archon has been targeted with 1 +3 weapon, +3 shield, and +1 armor on the Archons here. And now it's going to be the time for Mini to trade. He needs to start to learn about import and export. That's right. He needs to take in more than he gives out. He needs to destroy, you know, mineral-rich units like Zerglings and Hydralisks with mineral-poor units like High Templars. This third base completely, you know, like got nothing at the 12 o'clock positions. Anyways, the game is still going on very strong, but Hero, we need to think of something. I think drop is a nice idea for a Zerg friend right now. He needs to think about drop. He can drop the entire bottom right corner map with some overlords. What does he think about that? That is something that, I mean, this entire game has been just suffering so much from Mini's drop that he doesn't do any kind of drops in exchange. And Mini is gonna get the bottom right map, the bottom side of the map completely solidified. Some Zealot come out here to destroy. He's gonna try to regain something. He's gonna try to, I don't know what he's doing here. He's gonna take out a single Defiler, which is a nice idea. Of course, that base is mined out already, so actually we don't need to take it anymore. But Mini still want to make sure that there's no hatcheries built in that area, which will create problems for him later. Anyways, yeah, it looks like Mini's got bases everywhere. Does Hero have the leisure to switch to Guardians? I don't think so. I don't think so, but that is a possibility that we have. You know, we might see a switch to Guardians at some point. But for the time being, Hero is, you know, under constant pressure from Mini. More forces coming in, but that's gonna eat so much storm. They're gonna eat up so much storm. Looks like the first storm is deployed. More storms maybe, and it's gonna be wiser, I think, for Hero to back up instead of just eating those storms. And we have Scourges coming out to take out the Observer. We do see some Observer getting destroyed in the back, which is a nice idea. This Reaver is still alive. That Reaver's got so many kills, and Reaver is like still doing a lot more damage for the timing. And Mini is trading really well. We're at the 28th minute mark of the game, and I'm sure these players have maxed out armies. We shall see soon which players is gonna be able to prevail in the next incoming battles. Looks like Hero is gonna be just, I mean, of course he still has a lot of steam left. He's got, you know, he's mining in his main, he's mining in the entire, you know, right side of the map with a lot of forces. But look at the blue dot in the middle. Some major attack will happen soon from Hero. We need to do some kind of significant damage soon. A lot of cracklings coming out, but looks like we are gonna be having a hatchery being produced in the middle of the map. Finally, Retro, these middle area you can build stuff as well. And beautiful storm, you know, destroying lurkers in the back, and cracklings come too. But we have Reavers, maybe. I'm not so sure what we have here exactly, but yeah, these units gonna get wiped out. And what is the situation happening now? Looks like Reavers landing as well and taking out a lot of units. Yeah, we need to start to produce, you know, more Reavers, more reinforcing High Templars. So looks like our Zerg player Hero is banging his head against the wall here. He's trading really poorly. Of course, if he can destroy some bases, he might have a chance to win, but not attacking head on like this. This is exactly what Protoss likes to see. You need to go for drops and not head on attack. The shuttle might get sniped. The shuttle is dead now, I think. Finally the shuttle has been destroyed, but not before it unloads the double Reaver. That one Reaver has 24 kills. That's freaking goddamn ridiculous. The other Reaver possibly have 20 kills, something like that. Anyways, it's gonna be time for our friend to make some more replacement shuttle now, I think, at some point. Okay, what do we have here? Just some random Zealots attacking a lurker egg at a 9 faction. Another major battle is going to be happening, so it looks like Hero's going to try and converge from all areas. But the two Reavers are still very, very strong. Where's the reinforcing units? So Reavers need to run for their lives. The Hydra is not in position to intercept. And Reavers finally is going to get wiped out, but not before it takes down so many cracklings. And I'm very, very surprised that Mini doesn't reinforce and is trying to save that Reaver. That Reaver has been doing so much damage, but now it's going to be the end of its life. And maybe Mini's happy to kind of return home now, finally, with the rest of his forces. Alright, what do we have here? We're going to be having a lot of High Templars, that's right. And also we're going to be seeing another major battle in the back. Looks like Mini's got a lot of High Templars. He's finally loaded up double Reavers and looks like he's going to be able to breach the 9 o'clock position. If he can destroy this base, then the Zerg will have very few minerals income remaining. Looks like one lurker on the high ground can destroy a lot of High Templars on the low ground, but reinforcing lurkers, and looks like Mini might get surrounded from the back. Oh, so many forces. High Templar need to cast a storm and try to save the Reavers. Look, the Reavers are still alive, and the units on the high ground and are not able to do any kind of damage. And Mini holds for the time being. He's not yet using some of the reserve forces. He's keeping some at home. Looks like finally he gets on this high ground. Zealot's gonna melt. It's gonna be time to run home. Run for your lives. Save your Reaver. He's trying to save the Reaver. The Reaver is still alive. The High Templar is trying to buy some time, and the Reaver get destroyed. Looks like Mini's armies is obliterated in that battles, and looks like Heroes mining from the middle of the map, man. Heroes start to mine from the map, and like I told you, on this, on this map Retro, if the Zerg can trade well and he wins the middle area, he still wins the game. So we might look forward to that ending. If you're a Zerg player, just embrace yourself. We're gonna be having some crazy impact in the next few minutes. Looks like Hero comes in for the killing blow here. Is he gonna trade well? He needs to trade well, not waste so much forces here. While Mini is gonna be attacking the middle. Mini attacks the middle with some Reavers. Is Hero gonna turn around? Looks like Hero decided to go for the frontal attack with some Dark Storm. That is nice, but the Storm takes care of all the lurkers in this base in the middle of the map. It gets destroyed completely. So many storms, and the Reavers buying so much time, and at the moment the lurkers land, it's gonna be time for the Zealots and the Archons to back up, and so the damage is not yet dealt at all from these lurkers. The hatchery is not yet destroyed though, so Hero can still come back and mine from that base. But looks like we're gonna be having very, very nice storm drop, very beautiful plague on all of this brand new Zealots. But I think Mini doesn't care. He's gonna try to a couple of missed shots there from the Reaver, which is a good idea. He's gonna land here. We need to have some Scourges in the area though. The Shadow is so damaged. The Shadow is so dead, but he's still running around with that Shadow and buying some time. And these Archons are so strong. And it is I would pull the Archons back to try to buy more time instead of just wasting them right now in the front of the battle. If you have about 20 Archons, you're unstoppable, man. If you are 20 Archons with the help of some High Templars and some Reavers on the back, no amount of Zerg units can really take you out, unless if the Zerg player has Ultralisk. But we don't see Ultralisk anywhere inside. Looks like the Reaver's gonna try to land some more shot. That is gonna be a nice shot attacking that lurker in the back though. And Dark Storm is deployed, so Zealot need to pull back because the Zealots are so damaged from before. We have a nice observer to see everything. Triple Reaver, a lot of High Templars, a lot of Zealot, a lot of Archons. Looks like Heroes bleeding forces. Is forced to evacuate the entire drone line. Does he have mineral count? Let's take a look at the map. He's got some minerals at the 9 o'clock position. He's got very few mineral patches. At the what is this? 2 o'clock position, and the 3 o'clock position doesn't have anything. So he's got very few minerals remaining. Anyways, these triple lurkers are able to do a lot of damage, and this base is wiped out. It's gonna be time for Mini to retreat. He doesn't need to attack anymore. Go home. Go home. You have dealt the damage you want. Now just make the Zerg player bleed on the way back by casting Insistent Storm. He's doing exactly just that. A lot of storms supported by Reavers on the back. These Reavers need to get picked up now and saved by the Archon. Now send the rest of the reinforcement. We don't have any more reinforcement. GG, and Hero is gonna try to type the GG. See you soon. Bye bye.